It's PS Plus Extra and Premium time yet again. A handful of games are being added to your gaming catalogue, while another handful is being taken away, and all this happens on Tuesday, November 18th. I'll show you gameplay from every game leaving and arriving on the Plus service, and all I ask in return is for a like and maybe a comment. I'm Adam, hello there. Let's do this, starting with the Extra tier. I'm starting with one of my favourite games of last year. Thank Goodness You're Here on both PS4 and PS5. If you can put up with my accent, this game is filled with more people that sound like me. Set in a working class town up north in England, we walk around the village helping the people we meet, sometimes accidentally. It's that simple, but the more we do, the more of the town we can explore. And this place is filled with larger than life characters, and so many of the jokes are double entendres. I played this with my 6-year-old and they had no idea what the jokes actually mean, so it has my seal of approval for a family game. A playthrough lasts only a few hours, and a second playthrough will likely get you all the trophies you're missing for a great little platinum for your collection. I highly recommend Thank Goodness You're Here, you've got to play it. As it's November, it means GTA 5 will be coming back to the catalogue on both PS4 and PS5. Hot on the heels of the delay of GTA 6, which is now coming in a year's time. I'm sure by now you've heard enough about the street hustler, the bank robber and the psychopath in the single player story over the years, so let's focus on what's new in GTA Online. Supposedly, any minute now, new mansions will appear in game which we can buy. And earlier this year, a car wash and a heli-tour company could be purchased. Last year, a series of heist-like missions were added based around the Clucking Bell, and a bounty hunter enforcement agency you could join to hunt down rewards. There's even a zombie horde mode in here too, and before that, the Chop Shop update introduced a salvage yard as a front for vehicle robberies, which linked the story of GTA 5 to that of GTA 4, thanks to the return of Yusuf from the Ballad of Gay Tony. There's a staggering amount of new missions, new weapons and new cosmetics added over the years, so maybe it is time, one last time, to get the gang back together to pull off all the heists one last time. A unique game hard to categorise is Pacific Drive on the PS5, a first-person driving survival game. They call this a road-like, as this also has roguelite characteristics. We venture through the anomaly-filled Pacific Northwest as seemingly random things happen. Extraterrestrial things happen. We have to survive and then get back home safely to our garage, and that's where we upgrade our vehicle to last longer on the next run. This pushes forward the bizarre story where your radio is your only link to the outside world. It's a great little premise, and as this is a roguelite, you'll fail a few times before you achieve success. It takes about 25 hours to get through everything in this game, and another 5 to 10 on top of that if you want the plat. The puzzle game for the month is the Talos Principle 2 on the PS5. These are wonderfully made brain teaser games that look simple but evolve into quite complex designs. We are a robot in a world without humans, but their memories live on, and that principle is what drives the game forward, learning about the civilization that came before us and the mysterious power hiding in the shadows. There are 3 endings to find and a bunch of secret scenes for those who like to solve puzzles, some hidden in plain sight. To complete the main game, the player must complete 8 different puzzles in each of the 12 main areas. Depending on your skill with puzzles, this will take around 20 hours to complete a run, and then about another 15 on top of that if you want to get everything done. With puzzle games, your miles may vary because some people just understand puzzles right away, whereas others, like me, take forever. Yours from the 18th. If you're a gamer who needs a shooter, take a look at Insurgency Sandstorm, a tactical first-person shooter from 2021 on both the PS4 and now on the PS5. The time to kill is almost instant, making your ability to spot foes early the real difference in a firefight. Insurgency Sandstorm was heralded for its realism, although when I played it, it was possible to kick a door into people to eliminate them. So I'm not sure how realistic that is, unless you're Jack Reacher. There are small and larger zoned fights which offer variation, yet it's the close combat fear of turning a corner that really shines brightest. Insurgency Sandstorm is a multiplayer focused game with about 25 hours needed if you want to grab the platinum. Another first-person game now, Still Wakes the Deep. This is a narrative horror game as we play as an electrician working on an oil rig trapped here when the harsh weather strikes. This becomes the backdrop for mysterious beings chasing down our character Cameron here, and we must use stealth and the ability to solve puzzles to stay one step ahead. If you've seen the Thing movie, many people describe this game as The Thing on an oil rig. Petrifying. With a 5-hour story, I'd say, and a few more hours needed for a completionist run. We have 2 vehicular sports games this month, one on 2 wheels, the other on 4. MotoGP 25 is the official game, so all licenses are in place as we look to become the world champion. There is a pretty cool story mode attached to this as we choose pivotal moments in our career which could impact the rival we have on the road or our social interactions with our team off the road. Monster Jam Showdown, again on both PS4 and PS5, is more about destruction while racing. These massive rigs with oversized tyres bounce around off-road courses trying to get to the checkered flag first. Depending on the mode, it quickly becomes more of a destruction derby as you demolish your competition. This month also sees 2 older PS4 games receive crisp new PS5 versions. The Long Dark is a survival exploration game set in the frozen wilderness after a geomagnetic storm. The sandbox mode has us doing anything we can to stay alive, constantly fighting against nature as it tries to freeze you to death. Whereas there's also a story mode called Wintermute, 4 episodes long in total, as our plane crashes in northern Canada and armed with only a flashlight, we try to find our lost passenger Dr. Astrid. But of course, it won't be that easy here. The story takes about 30 hours and you'll need about 200 hours if you want to get this elusive platinum. Another game given a shiny new version is Stellaris, a game that continues to be supported to this day and receives annual features and updates. In fact, next week a new species named the Infernals are coming. I'm getting ahead of myself right now. Stellaris is a 4X strategy game. Do you remember what the X's stand for? Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. In this one, we're in space playing as an interstellar civilization who can either colonize other civilizations we meet or use diplomacy and trade routes instead of war. It's always tough to showcase games like this, but hopefully someone gets the vibe here, and that person should expect to spend 100 hours hunting for this platinum. Alas, it's that time once again where games leave our catalogue, and in 6 days, on November 18th, say goodbye to Battlefield 5, the multiplayer warfest that is set during World War II, that was also the first Battlefield to try Battle Royale. I wonder if they'll ever try that again. Also leaving is the brilliant Like a Dragon Ishin, the action-adventure hack-and-slash Yakuza spin-off remake from 2023. Digimon Survive is quietly going away, as too is No More Heroes Travis Strikes Back, which I've been meaning to play since it arrived, and of course it's leaving now. PSVR 2 gamers are losing Synapse, a shooter which takes place in the mind of a criminal. Football Manager 2024 and Daedalus complete the list of games going away. All 7 of those games will vanish from your life in 6 days on November 18th, unless you actually buy them of course. But who does that these days? Okie dokie, over to the hit and miss tier of PS Plus Premium, and the first thing you should know is not a game. It's an update to the PlayStation Portal. At release, the Portal's game streaming capabilities were frankly quite poor, but fast forward 2 years and now cloud streaming has much improved. So much so that you can now directly stream to the Portal without a PS5 being turned on. No downloading needed, just instant streaming to your Portal. Not every game is supported yet, but almost 3,000 games across your monthly games, the games catalogue and the classic catalogue, and get this, games that you own personally bought from the PlayStation Store. So a little Ghost of Yote is now possible wherever you have a reliable internet connection, and a little bit of Astrobot speedruns are now possible on your lunch breaks. I'm still testing the capabilities, but at the very base level you need about 7 megabits per second minimum internet quality to stream at 720p and 13 megabits per second to stream at 1080p minimum. The games that work flawlessly are the turn-based games like Marvel, Midnight Suns and Balatro. And this is a quite important point. The most intricate games, the ones that demand reactions and precision, those still aren't great on the Portal yet, so keep that in mind if you plan to play here. But they are constantly improving. Okay, so what game is actually in the classic catalogue this month? Well, check it out. It's Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary, an action-adventure puzzle platformer that sees Lara tracking down the Scion of Atlantis once again, as this is a remake of events that happened in her very first adventure from the 1990s. I'm kinda looking forward to that T-Rex chase again. So that's our month. How are you feeling about this? Happy, sad, delighted, mad? Please sound off in the comments below. I'm Adam, you're awesome. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.